Hey everyone, how's it going? It's El Del Snipe Show. Um, it's been a minute since I posted a video here on my YouTube channel. A lot has changed in my world. I've been quite busy, so I stopped doing these videos for a while, but I continued working on my Minecraft world. A lot has changed in life, but I'm still the same old guy. Um, lots has ch lots has changed, and I just kind of wanted to give you guys a an update or a tour, if you will, of everything that I've done in my world. So I think when we left off, all we really had was some terraforming done. This house, the blueprints were kind of made, if you will. We had just laid the Ender Dragon. I had gotten my wheat farm working, and the monstrosity here, the not monstrosity, the Death Star was being built on my iron farm, which I still use to this day. Still love it. But yeah, lots of has changed since then. It's been about 5 years, believe it or not, since that time. And yeah, lots has changed around the base here too. So I guess I'll just start by seeing how much we can do in this video. Um, so lots of this used to be like a piston door, and I've now made it so that it's a skulk sensor. So fast forward 5 years, we have some more high-tech stuff here, um, which solves our problem of not being able to get out through here. I guess there's literally so much to cover that I'll start by what we know here. So this was the house. I finished the design. I did like this arch. If you guys remember, this used to be open. And I did maintain this theme, this flooded theme. We got these arches here. This is kind of like the way that I used to get up now into the second floor. You guys will remember I had my storage room over here to the right, which I still use, believe it or not, even though it's maybe not the prettiest or the most efficient, but honestly, it gets the job done. I probably have a lot more stuff here than the last time. Lots of random stuff everywhere. The order is absolute chaos at this point. I still really like the way this looks. Um, Lots of stuff I've built that you guys, and lots of stuff has changed since the last recording, but we'll go through everything little bit by little bit here. I kind of just wanted to upload all these videos to serve as a bit of a copy of like online of all the work that I've put into this base, kind of like it's been with me along this journey that I've had in life, and I went to a career change and stuff. I won't talk too much about it, but I'm an engineer now, um, and I had to slow down on the videos for a while, but I figured why not kind of update everyone on how far I've gotten. Anyways, the second floor, this used to not be built, and I decided to build it into a little aquarium here. Um, so you can see I've got a couple little turtles in there, some kelp, some pickles, of course, some frogs up there. And I did do a third floor here, if I can get up. And this is actually where I sleep. So yeah, this is my bedroom. And there is a lot of stuff that I've done since the last time. So I think what I'll do is I'll take us back down to somewhere that is familiar to the channel, and I'll kind of cover things bit by bit. So um, this was a pathway that I had built up um, from this main level here, and this kind of tunnel here I had built, and I ended up expanding it a little bit actually when the caves and cliffs update got introduced, and I kind of went a little crazy and I excavated this out into include like a little bit of everything that had been added at the time. Um, and yeah, this leads just right back here to our hub in here. I do kind of consider this bottom part kind of the central area of the base. You guys can see that I added a lot more detail, like I took a bunch of coral blocks and coral reef and stuff, and I added it all around. Um, yeah, and some mushrooms. I think the mushrooms really brought out a lot of color in this place. Um, so I think what I will do is I will start over here. Um, and so you guys will remember that I had this gold farm. That is all fine and dandy here. I maintain the gold farm here. I don't use it as much anymore. There's not really a big need for gold for me in this world, um, except maybe sometimes like if I'm getting netherite or if I'm doing some redstone stuff, which isn't that often because I'm kind of a redstone noob. But I have managed to build some stuff out of redstone, which maybe leads me into this kind of cool looking thing. So that is actually a tree farm. Um, so there's access to that from under here. Um, and you can see this is a little bit neglected here under here, but I kind of needed a path to it. It looks pretty cool. I got the blue flames and stuff from the, what do you call it? The soul sand and stuff. Um, and yeah, this place is pretty neat. So I don't know if I. So basically, I got this off of Guess Who JC Plays. I think the skeleton of this I got through him. I think, which is basically I've got a ton of bone meal and whatnot here, that feeds into a dispenser system, and it's set up to a redstone clock here, that basically pushes the logs along through this little thing into this chamber where basically TNT gets dropped and blows it up. So I may as well show you guys this working really quick. I also kind of made my own little invention here, and I set it up to a skulk sensor there actually that detects once this farm starts and it starts dropping TNT. So this is how you turn it on, and you can see that that turned on as well. Um, and basically, I'll show you guys how that works, but I have a huge redstone repeater uh, system set up so that there's a big enough delay to where the TNT gets dropped like once every 10 seconds-ish. Um, and usually that lines up pretty well with like how efficient the TNT will break up like the wood so that I'm not just wasting TNT, kind of. Not sure if this slows down at nighttime, but yeah, ideally you can just AFK here and hold, your left trigger, your right click or whatever, and you can see it'll start going like crazy. Um, and yep, you can see it like starts blowing up, and basically it'll blow up the TNT, and or sorry, it'll blow up the um, the wood, and it'll start getting collected into a system of poppers. I'll turn this off for now. Um, but yeah, I'll show you guys really quickly this is just something goofy I had at the top here, but this is the system. So essentially, this Culger sensor goes off when I first turn on the farm, and you can see that the signal propagates all along here, along this obsidian, and eventually gets to here. When I flip that lever to start the farm, it actually also gets hooked up to this piston, this sticky piston that lowers this dispenser. And this has all my TNT on it. So then the redstone eventually gets to here, and it actually powers the dropper, sorry, or the dispenser, which drops the TNT onto here, and then yeah, pretty cool. This is kind of how I get most of the wood in my world. I'll put this back for now. So yeah, that's one thing I built. I got these prismarine blocks and everything from a temple, a water temple farm, or a water temple that I guess I conquered. Um, so I'll show you guys that in another video. But maybe I'll show you guys what this kind of looks like from above here. Um, looks very cool here. You guys can see the the way that this is kind of, it's got like the soul sand and everything. I think it looks really cool from above. Just kind of some garnish to bring some life to this build. Um, Anyways, we can continue along here. So this used to be kind of where I had Barbara and some other sheep and cows and stuff like that. I went on a trip with my girlfriend's family to Costa Rica, and there were a bunch of villas and modern houses that we stayed in. So I kind of got this inspiration to build this modern style house. Um, and so I guess I'll show you guys that too. So this is actually kind of cool. So I built these blocks out of mycelium. the stems and stuff, the mushroom blocks, which is actually, believe it or not, a pretty hard block to decide to build stuff out of because it's a little bit annoying to collect. And so I actually got my mushrooms and those blocks from an underground farm that I used in conjunction with a slime farm, which I will show you guys in another video probably. But anyways, let's go up here into our little modern villa. So you can see we got the nice tinted glass, we got some nice uh, wooden blocks here, got some cool vases. This is a nice little waterfall feature kind of thing. This place features two rooms, so they're both double beds, king queen size beds, I guess. You got a nice little place to do your notes, a nice little quiet area here, and a cool little balcony where you can kind of look out into the wilderness back here, and maybe some of the other builds that I have made here. So I guess I'll just quickly show you guys the other room. Yeah, guys, basically with this world, I kind of just like, I'll go through a phase since it's been a thing for like 5 years. I kind of go through phases. Everyone gets the itch, obviously, every now and again to build stuff. And basically, every time I get the itch to build something, I go on here and I build it. Which is kind of nice because, like, you will always want to play Minecraft, but it's kind of hard to rally the boys all the time to play. Um, it's kind of hard for everybody now that we're all kind of grown up and we all have jobs and or like for example I'm still in engineering and like different things that we're doing. It's kind of hard to get everybody free at once, but you can still get your Minecraft itch here um, and come onto your world and like build stuff and which is cool. Anyways, this is our fridge. This is where I keep all my um, food. Here's some sinks, a nice clock. We got this nice little, what block is this? This is actually, it's one of the blocks they added with the Caves and Cliffs update. It's nice, I like it, it's white. Um, and yeah, we got this little nice grassy patch over here that goes onto a nice little relaxation, infinity pool here. And there's a nice this is kind of the main floor, I guess, where stuff happens. And then you can see underground here, there's a mini little wheat farm. It's kind of like a vacation house in a way. If you ever, just need to get away from it all, you can come here. I got some axolotls here. I think a couple of these guys actually have names. Jin and Libby. Those are two characters from Lost. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. You guys might be a little too young, but there's a TV show that I really enjoyed. A couple of my friends really enjoyed too, called Lost. It's about like a plane that crashes on an island, and then a bunch of stuff goes on in an island. They find out that they're not alone, and it's all this crazy stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much this modern house here. Pretty cool build. Will give you guys a fly around of how it looks. Really kind of pretty basic design, lots of sharp edges. Um, some vines. I do love the way that the vines look in this little savanna kind of area. Um, you guys will see I have a ton of beacons. I still have not beat the Wither on hard, just so you guys know. I always have beat it on easy because I'm an absolute fraud. But I have never turned the game on to peaceful. And you guys will see like some of the guys that I have like in our iron farm in the Death Star. They're still alive there. Um, yeah, just I've never turned it on peaceful. This might need to be updated now, but this is kind of a map that shows you, everything that I have in my world. Here's the water temple that I alluded to earlier. So a lot has changed since the last videos. I think there you can kind of see is the iron farm, the Death Star. You can see the donut looking thing. That I honestly battled so hard to get the rates going to what they needed to be for this farm. And eventually I found a design that worked by simplifying it quite a bit, but it doesn't look as cool as it originally did, and definitely, my initial plan, I will tell you guys right now that it failed. It was not that great. But here's the little half moon spawner that I had first made. I ended up getting rid of the sky monstrosity where I initially had a farm, and I replaced it with a cool kind of Japanese style tower, which I will show you guys later. This is our house, and this is the wheat farm. So you can kind of see like a lot has gone on since the last time I posted a video. Um, so this loops around to a castle that I built, and I guess I will show you guys that now since I'm kind of showing you guys builds as they come. Um, Trying not to go too fast, although I would like to cover as much as I can here. Um, these two little drop chutes over there and where I think there's one more over there. Those lead to the underground slime farm and the mushroom farm that I had talked about. I'll cover those maybe this episode. I'm not really sure how far we get here, but you guys can see like I added a lot of detail here. I ended up adding a tree here, a jungle wood tree here. Um, I did like the way that this was open. I didn't like when I had my floating tree farm things. So yeah, a couple more pathways. You guys remember this goes up to my uh, the iron farm. And yeah, I just added a bunch of coral, and here I built a castle. By the way, that is just a creeper and a zoom in here, a sugarcane farm. So creepers will spawn. I'll show you guys, whatever. So this is the castle. Um, I actually built this castle in a server that my friends and I did a little while ago. And I like the design a lot, so I decided to rebuild it here in this world. Because we obviously, we stopped playing after 2 weeks. That you know how the 2 week Minecraft phase goes. So there's not too much to the side here. I just have some of these. What are these blocks? These end tree things. There's a bit of a moat that I excavated around the castle. You can say this is an absolute. You can see this is an absolute mess. I got a bunch of trees out here. But yeah, show you guys kind of what the inside looks like. We got a nice little alpaca here. Um, and yeah, kind of looks like a little bit of a cathedral with like the stained glass. This guy, he almost hawk-tooed me. You can see this is kind of like a dining area. You got the tables here, you got the chairs, you got the soul sand blocks with some netherwort, just a nice cool little detail. You guys can see there's like the pillars and the planks and the windows. Um, Looks pretty sweet. Here's just a nice acacia, or I don't know if that's actually the name of the tree, but uh, cool little stained glass. Um, a nice library here. This actually leads out to a skeleton farm. So if you guys, I found a spawner here one day, and if you jump down there, the skeletons will spawn. Very similar to just a traditional uh, mob spawner. You break your blocks, you put them up an elevator column. Sometimes you can see them come up here. I might be a little bit too far away for them to spawn right now, but they come up and go down, and that's kind of how I've gotten most of my bones in this world, actually. For example, for the tree farm that I have over there, you need a lot of bone meal. And yeah, so I'll show you guys the upstairs. Um, it's gotta kind of hug the edges here when you go up these stairs, but I thought it looked cool, so I kept it. You guys can see this pathway goes out to the modern house that I had built, and you can kind of see some of the other things in the world from here, the creeper farm here. And this is kind of like a nice little watchtower, and you get to see out here into our nice base, our iron farm. That thing we'll get to eventually. Nice little watch out here. Um, and oh, and I guess I'll show you guys this too. It kind of goes up here. You can goes up here as well into a final level for ultimate protection. It's kind of funny because this area is really huge, but you'll still see like there's spots that don't have torches, um, and you can kind of just chill up here and fire some arrows at the mobs that you see around. Um, yeah, and so I guess I'll just give you guys a quick flyby of what it looks like. So it looks pretty cool actually. I really liked building this. It's kind of a simple design, but the colors kind of really work well together. Um, yeah, and then this used to be a little sheep farm over here. Maybe I might still have some remnants of some raw muttons and whatnot, but I ended up building that barn that I always said I was going to build. So I moved all my animals pretty much to there. I'll show you guys that in another episode probably. Um, and here's a nice little pond. I used to have axolotls here, and then one day one of them died, and I didn't want to lose any more of them, so I took them out, unfortunately. There's a nice little garden back here. This loops around to where I have the skeleton farmer thing, spawner. Um, and yeah, this takes us over here. Potions not too far in the Great Bazaar. So that kind of gives you a little bit of a hint to what this area is all about. I built a nice little pathway over here. Got a lot of these little pink trees, and these are the mangrove trees. I always liked these little green things. I never really found a good use for them. This build is not finished, by the way. Um, this entrance is very crude, and I don't really like it. But I needed something in my world where I had like potions and things like that, and like a brewing thing, and I never really had one, so I decided to make a place for it. So this is just a normal village. These guys just kind of, this is supposed to be like a bazaar kind of thing, like over in the other continents over there. That was kind of cringe, but I don't know. Is it where would it be? Egypt, maybe? I guess they had bazaars or like ancient India. You guys will have to excuse me. I'm not a very good history buff. I'm more into like science. Um, so sorry about that. If you want more about history, um, you can use ChatGPT. So yeah, basically this is just kind of like another little village that I built. We got some iron golems. You got these guys. I never trade with these guys. I kind of just made this whole area because I needed somewhere to have potions and stuff like that and brewing. Um, So there's some tall walls, some sandstone with the prismarine kind of looks good. This pathway, I really like the way this looks. You guys can see there's a pool here as well. That's where I have all the beds underneath here. And this build's pretty cool. I always kind of wanted to build out of nether portals. I think like the animation and the purple is really cool, and so I built another. This is the last castle style build I have in my world, I promise. Um, so kind of cool. Pathway leads here. Over here, I just have a bunch of trees surrounding the area. I recently got honeycombs off of here, and the bees were pretty mad at me. I think they're chilling now. But yeah, this back area is pretty cool. Um, and I'll show you guys what the inside of this bad Sally looks like. Um, Pretty cool, huh? It's just kind of like a half dome. Some nice details, some hanging vines over the portals, which kind of look cool. I like the red and purple. And you can see I got some potions. I think there's been new ones added since I made this, but I think this is still pretty good. So I got some night vision. I got some of the ingredients that you might need for it. Um, Ready to go here. Looks like I got some respiration potions as well. I got some. Oh, these are all gone. Fire resistance. I still have one here that I haven't used. And I kind of have like what you need, the main item that you need to make them. So for example, for regen, got some gas tears. This is probably what we'll have to use to fight the Wither on hard eventually. This I got the inspiration from a video that Iskal had made in a world like way early in the Hermitcraft videos. He made something like this where it was like a ravine, and then he like stacked these glass blocks on top of each other, and you can kind of see. I didn't capture the effect that great. I think it might just not be deep enough or wide enough, but if you stack a bunch of these on top of each other, you can kind of see that it makes them look a little faded. Didn't really work that well in this small scale, but it still looks kind of cool. Like it kind of like the way that I envisioned this is like it's kind of like a gash in the earth, and you got like these like things, this energy coming out of it, kind of, and it kind of goes with the potions, I guess. I don't know. I'm a weird guy, you know, but seemed like it kind of fit. Got some swiftness, leaping, strength, and healing. So, yep. And you can kind of see, you can go up here. It's got this cool little uh, style here of whatever this is. And you can see here we've got the watchtowers, kind of cool little design. This is, like I said, this is kind of unfinished. I have some builds in my world that are a little bit unfinished. Like I get most of the way done and then um, I stop. I really need to work on the details sometimes. It's kind of like in it, I used to draw as a kid, and my favorite part would be drawing, and my least favorite part would be coloring in. So that's a fun fact about me. I kind of like to do the skeleton, and then I'm not good at the details at the very end, but I'm trying to get better at it. Um, so yeah, I mean, this is probably a decent spot to stop this video. I think we've covered the tree farm, and we've covered the modern house, and the castle, and the bazaar. So thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you in the next video.